fantastic, very professional blog with the things on the walls. I went to the casino one Saturday. On the weekends I go to the casino. I've done this blog many, many times. Dog's on my lap like I'm a James Bond villain. Here's a cat, the James Bond villain. The new villain looks great. The actor is fantastic in that. Christopher Waltz, he's fantastic actor. Fantastic. Great actor. I went to the casino. I like to go to Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls! It's an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. Andrew likes to go out Saturday nights. I can only stay there till 4:30 in the afternoon. I get there at 9:30 in the morning. Gambling for me, I need time to play. It's so slow gambling for me. I have crazy systems I play. So I go to this cheap, poor man's casino, slot machines. And a roulette wheel spins around. It actually, no dealer, but it spins around as a machine, whatever it is. But I just play for the fun of it. I need to look at the screen. I need to clear my mind. Pharrell was saying that Howard Stern says, how come when he's... What the hell was that? Howard Stern in the shower, he said that Pharrell, he gets very creative in the shower. And Pharrell said, because your mind, you're not distracted with 125 things. You're just focused in the shower. So your mind, you're thinking, it's wide open. That's why I'm in a casino. I look at the screen and push the button, push one. But I don't play slots. In Las Vegas, I play slots. I'll put $100 in. I play looking for that big jackpot. Not here in Toronto Casino. What are they going to give me? A hot dog? Not going to go. So I play this video roulette machine. I have a crazy system. I played with $6 from 9:30 in the morning till 4 or 4:30. $6. No one can do that because I have a crazy system. I have my little notebooks. I'm calculating. I find it very relaxing. I do very relaxing. Nobody can play like I play. But I find it very, very, very relaxing. And my mind, and I have my little tape recorder. I record all my ideas. I'm very creative, like Howard Stern in the shower. The only difference between Howard Stern and me is I have more money. Now here's the deal. Stand up. Mother say, sit up straight. I got the dog on my lap. I hurt my back. Here's the deal. There's a certain protocol in the casino which nobody knows except me. Now, maybe in Las Vegas, they know the protocol. Maybe old Las Vegas from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Not the Las Vegas today. It's a whole different Las Vegas. But maybe some casinos, they still know the protocol. The players know the protocol. What's the protocol? When I'm at a crap table, I have a bunch of chips in the crap table. I have to go to the men's room. I say to the dealer, I'm going to go to the men's room. He said, I'll watch your chips. That's the part of you think. How could they watch? A couple $100 there in chips? How could they watch it? Dealers are playing, busy playing. Somehow, they watch your chips. You don't have to take all your chips, put them in your pocket. It's a protocol. And players know, if you say they see chips in a rack, well, somebody's playing there. And yet still, when I leave my chips there, when I go to the men's room, I come back, somebody's playing right there in my space, in my rack. Somebody's still right there. There's a protocol. You see chips, oh, somebody must be there. When I see chips, I don't go over to that rack. Oh, I'll play right here. I figure there's somebody there. Not David Bronze has his chips there. They just go right there and play, and I have to say, excuse me, these are my chips. I don't get it. I'm starting a blog called I Don't Get It. In the casino, in this casino in Toronto, or any casino, if you're playing at a slot machine, you turn the chair that way, you turn it this way, you put a cup, you put your cards in the machine. What do you want? You put the card in the machine, and you figure, well, there's a card in the machine, the player's card's in the machine. Somebody must be there. The chair's turned. Somebody must be there. Nobody understands except me. I get it. If I see a card in the machine, well, I figure somebody must be there. The chair's turned. Somebody must be there. I'm not going to play that machine. But I don't get the same respect. So much so that so many signs I have to put that somebody's that machine. When I go to the men's room, I turn the chair. I put a coffee cup on the machine. Sometimes I write on my little notepad, I write, do not play. And I put it right where you put the money in. I put a newspaper on the chair. My cards in the machine. How many more signs do I have to tell you? Somebody is playing that machine. Sometimes I leave money in there. Now, who would leave money in there? Well, people get mad when they lose all their money. So you play with coupons now. Nobody puts coins in the machines. So people get mad today. There's a penny, 5 cents, 4 cents, because there's all penny machines all over the place. Of course, to play the maximum is like $5. But when they get mad, they lose that. There's a penny, 4 cents, 10 cents, 6 cents, 12 cents, 25 cents. They throw the coupons. They throw all over the floor. I find them on the floor. It's money to me. It's like picking up a penny. But psychologically, to them, it's not money. If you saw 4 cents or a quarter on the floor, would you pick it up? I'd pick it up. It's money. So I pick up these coupons. I don't use not my money. Sometimes I'll leave in the machine. So if somebody walks by, because it's a quarter roulette machine, it looks like it's 4, 5, 10, 50 cents in there, but really it's 5 cents. But the way it's calculated with a 25-cent machine, it looks like 50. So I leave it in the machine. It's not my money. I found it on the floor. I'm trying to show a sign. There's somebody in this machine. I'm trying to show them. The chair is turned. There's a card in the machine. There's a newspaper on the chair. There's a sign that says "Do not play." There's money in the machine. You walk by, you see money in the machine. You see a player card in the machine. You think, well, somebody must be playing this machine. There's a player card in there. There's money in there. Somebody has to be playing it. The chair is turned. They don't care. They still come out my machine and play. Where you go? That's the way it is. No respect, like Robert De Niro says in the movie Casino. It's not the same place. Because before, people, the dealers knew your name. Now, when you go, you can wait 2 weeks to get a cocktail from a cocktail waitress. Well, this particular casino, especially in Toronto, it's like Ellis Island. There's a lot of immigrants here, As the Lord says, immigrants built up America, which is true. And these immigrants are right off the boat immigrants. That's right off the boat. You know, when people came to America, they assimilated to American. I watched this DVD about Jews coming to America from Europe. When they came to America, they were so happy to be here. The land of wealth, the streets are paved with gold, whatever it is. And they built empires. All nationalities, immigrants built empires. The Jews became, they're not Jewish, they're American Jews. Italians are American Italians. They wear the little horn, the little Italian horn, I don't know what it is. I have a lot of friends. They're American Italians. They're American Jews. They grew up in South Philly together. Jews and Italians grew up in South Philadelphia. But when they came over from Italy and their family grew up, they were Americans first and their nationality or religion, whatever, was second. Because they assimilated into their new country. That's not the way it is here. They're right off the boat, and that's who they are. Great. They're proud to be who they are, even though they're in Canada. But with all that said, they're immigrants. They don't understand English. They don't understand English. They don't understand the laws. They don't understand. I mean, they have honor killings in some Middle East countries. They come to Toronto. They figure, well, we can't have honor killings. They still have honor killings here in Toronto. But then they get caught in their country. They can kill the women, the wife, the girlfriend looked at another guy. We got to kill her. When they come to a democratic society like Canada, they figure, well, we can't kill our wives anymore. Can't kill them. They still kill them. Because they still have their own cultures here. So in the casino, they have so many different... It's like Ellis Island, so many languages they have at the walls. It's like being in another country. It's like being in a third world country in this particular casino. So there's a handicapped bathroom, it says, when you go in. Push this red button, and it locks the door. Well, that was in English. Now when I went back, there's 25 different languages on the door. It tells them how to push the red button, because I guess people had to go to the bathroom, the handicapped bathroom. And when all the stalls are filled, when I have to go to the men's room, I got to go to the men's room. Like Larry David. You wait. You know, the one when he went to the handicapped bathroom, and the handicapped person couldn't go in. So you gotta wait. I gotta go to the bathroom. If I don't go to the bathroom, somebody's gonna take my machine. Because I don't understand English. So there's 25 languages on the door. I guess people were going to the bathroom, they don't understand push the red button to lock the door. And people are probably walking in. I don't know. Alright. So one time I have this machine. What do you think I care? People are very possessive. I know it's a psychological, emotional thing. Especially slot machines. It's going to hit, it's going to hit. They're all the same to me. I've played enough. They're all the same. I get it. I mean, some are looser than others, but... So you're playing one machine, you're possessive. It's your machine. I have to go to the bathroom. I turn the chair, I put a napkin, I put a newspaper, I put my card in, I leave a penny, 2 cents, 4 cents in. Somehow showing this machine is taken, somebody's playing this machine. I come back to the machine, 2 people are playing my machine. The mother, father... A husband and wife playing the pushing the button. I actually had money in the machine. It wasn't my money I found on the floor, but my money, and they don't care. So I walk over, I said, I was playing this machine. And the lady says, we don't speak English. I said, well, let me call the slot attendant, and let's see if the slot attendant speaks English to explain to you that I had money in this machine and you've used my money. Then all of a sudden the lady says, why do you have to call the slot attendant? I said, all of a sudden you speak English? That was fast. Where'd you learn that from? Who teaches how to talk English? I can't think of that course you take.
Rosetta Stone?
I said, what, you Rosetta Stone? How? That was fast. Who are you, Rosetta? That's what I said. Who are you, Rosetta Stone? No, I don't talk English. I thought, what am I going to do? They don't understand. They don't understand anything I'm saying. They do, they don't. They don't care. They don't care. What am I going to do? So I had to take my card. They took my card. They flew through on the floor. They took my paper. They moved everything, sat there, played. That was it. How many more signs? But their excuse is, oh, we don't speak English. We're from another country. We don't speak English. There's a protocol. So I went over to the slot attendant. I said, well, how do I save my machine? He says, you can call us over. We'll watch it if you have to go to the bathroom. If you want to go eat, we could shut it down for an hour. That's what you got to do. When I was in Las Vegas, I didn't even know you could do that. A clerk came over and said, I said, how do I save this machine? I want to go to the men's room. Because the kind of chairs I was playing at Treasure Island, the swivel chairs, you can't move them. She said, I'll watch it. So go to the bathroom. I thought it was very, very nice. I came back, offered her a tip. She wouldn't take a tip. I said, it's very, very nice. So now that's the setup of this story I'm about to tell you now. It doesn't matter if I leave money. It doesn't matter if I turn the chair. It doesn't matter if I leave a newspaper. I put a cup on the slot machine, a cup on the chair, a newspaper. It doesn't matter. They still take it. I know. The chair's turned. There's a card there. There's money in there. I figure somebody's playing. I'm not going to take it, but I don't get that same respect. What are you going to do? And their angle is, we don't understand English. They know how to push the button. They know how to play the machine. That part they understand. Taking the machine, when I got to talk to us, say, you took my machine. They don't understand that part. But what are you going to do? That's the way it is. It's the way it is. I gamble. When I go to the bathroom, the biggest gamble is when I go to the bathroom. That's it, when I'm going to get the machine back. That's it. Playing the machine, I always win. The gamble is actually, when I go to the bathroom and come back, when am I going to get back the same machine? That's the big gamble. But I don't care. Most people would scream, how dare you take it? It's my machine. It's a machine. To me. So I go play the next machine. Does it really matter? Now sometimes there's only 6 machines there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 or 10 machines. There's only 10 machines. 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. So sometimes they're all playing. What am I supposed to do? But they have no idea how to gamble anyway, so they lose it real fast. I get the machine right away. I know that. They put money in, but they go crazy. On Saturday, I went to the casino. So happy. I work all week. I hustle. I go. Web guys, promoters, whatever the hell I do. TV, whatever the hell I do. On Saturday, when I rest my head, I don't go to emails. I don't pick up phone calls. Not the texting. Relaxing. I'm looking forward to get there at 9:30 in the morning. Relaxing. Have a cup of coffee. Look at the screen. It's so relaxing. I have to go to the bathroom. I have so many cups of coffee. I have to go to the bathroom. I leave the card in the machine. I turn the chair. I put a cup on the machine. I put the newspaper on the chair. I put the cup. How many more? I come back. Somebody's playing the machine. There was 10 machines. Nobody's playing any other machines. He has to play my machine. There's a machine empty right next to me, next to him, next to him. All empty machines. Has to play mine. What am I going to do? Argue with him? It's stupid. The time I take to argue with him, I could be playing a machine. I said, what am I going to do? I'm going to argue with him? So it takes my... But this guy who took my machine, I know what you would say. You would say, I hope he loses. Karma's going to get back at him. I don't get any satisfaction out of karma. Andy and her friends, the karma get back to him. Doesn't do anything for me. I don't get any pleasure out of it. It's like a psychologically, emotional pleasure. I don't get anything out of it. So it doesn't do anything for me. Broadway shows, I get a high. Movies, musicals, television, whatever it turns me on. I get a high. I get excited. Karma, getting back somebody good. They got it. That doesn't do anything for me. So I don't care. The guy next to me must have been putting in $100 bills like dollar bills. He must have put in $5,000 in his machine. He's playing my machine, and he's playing all these numbers, playing. And when I play roulette, so many people play, they put piles of chips. They have no idea how much they're piling up. Then the number hits, they're so excited. They could put $10,000 on the table, they won $1.50, they're so excited. The number came up, they're thrilled. They lost $9,999, but their number came up. And they had a 10-cent chip on there, they're thrilled. They scream and yell. They lost all their money, but the number came up. It's all a psychological thing. That's what the gambling is. Because they know what the hell they're doing. And in this case, this guy won. I saw it. He won. He had so many chips on there on this chips. Whatever. Coins, whatever you call it. He won $900, and he won $700, and he won $1,200. He was so excited. The bells are ringing. He's so excited. And he kept getting up and going back to the cashier, coming back with $100 bills. Back to the cashier, $100 bills. And I'm playing 25 cents, 25 cents. I'm up $1.50, 25 cents. But I knew his personality. And like all other gamblers, when he's winning, he will not stop. I play for the challenge, but I play for the game. If I want to win gambling, I have to go to table to table to table because gambling is so slow for me. The games are so slow. The roulette wheel that they have, there's about 70 seconds per outcome. You get 70 seconds per outcome. Can you play like that? I think blackjack could be 4 hands a minute. craps is 4 minutes per outcome. Could be 20, 30, 40 minutes per outcome. Well, this guy's playing. And he wins all this money. I don't know how much he put in. But now he keeps putting $100 bills. He's losing. Losing. Now you would say, oh, that's fantastic. Let him lose. No, I don't care. My machine keeps saying, winner, but I'm winning 25 cents. He was cursing in some other language. I don't know what the hell language was cursing him. He would
what
put...
was he saying?
Once I heard him say shit. Other than that, cursing and stuff like, banging the machine. Putting in $100 bills. Kept losing. Betting, it's a 25 cent machine. It was 400 credits per spin. 400 times 25 cents, what is that? $100? And it must be $100 per spin. He was betting. Losing, then he'd get up. I figured, oh, well, he lost, that's it. No, went to the bag machine. Came back with more money. Putting in more. Banging it, get up. He must have gotten up 10 times. I thought he's finished. More money. Maybe he lost $10,000 in a bullshit machine. He could have gone to the actual table and played. There's no dealers, but it's an actual wheel, spins around on its own. It's like playing with a dealer. Had to win that money back in that slot machine. And there's a Twilight Zone episode with, I can't think of his name, the actor. He's a good actor. That the machine, he goes crazy. He doesn't want to gamble. His wife, they want a free trip, doesn't want to gamble. Some drunk makes him put a quarter in. He loses the quarter in the machine. Wants to get the quarter back. He's putting money and going crazy. The machine drives him crazy. That's what this guy was. Now you would say, good, ha, you took my machine. You would say that. Ha, got back to him. I didn't care. I'm playing my machine. I'm thrilled. I'm up $1.75. I'm thrilled. Now here's the crazy part. I'm gambling, and I'm up $1.75. He must be down $10,000. Does it really matter how much he's betting? That I'm betting 25 cents a spin. He's betting $100 a spin, and he's losing every spin. So does it really matter how much he's betting? And he had no player card in the machine. He had any comps or anything. Now I could have said, could I put my card in your machine? But I didn't do that. Because people are nuts. When they lose that kind of money, he could have said to me, look, you got all this action, all these credits on your player's card for comps. You should give me some money. That's the psychological of people. So I would never say. So some girls, some old ladies, I'll say, can I put my player card in your machine, get some comps? But I wouldn't say it to a guy. Because the guy could be nuts and say, I lost all this money, and you got all these comps and credits for free food, and who knows what else did he give you? A chocolate bar, who knows what, in Toronto, what are they going to give you? So I think you should give me some money. Well, that's why I'm very smart, I'm very street smart, I know how to play. So I didn't do that. But he could have gotten, who knows, he could have probably bought the casino how much money he put in comps that he lost in this bullshit 25-cent roulette video machine. Now you'd say, good, he took your machine, good for him. I didn't care. I couldn't, but it was entertaining for me to do this blog. That originally he won $700, $1,000, $2,000. He won. And then he kept putting it all back in, and more money, and going back to the bag machine, hundreds of dollars of bills he kept coming back with. Putting in the machine, losing every spin.
What was his name, Dylan?
Dylan. It was crazy. It was, he wasn't playing. He was chasing, which I don't do when I gamble. I don't chase after my money. He was chasing, and he was so mad. And then when he got up, somebody took his... Oh, this is what I want. This is the whole purpose of the story. Jesus Christ. He took my machine, that the chair was turned, the player card was in, there was a newspaper, there was a cup, there was every possible sign. Somebody's playing that machine. He took my machine. Every time he got up, he turned his chair. So nobody would take his machine. He turned his chair, he put his chair up against the slot machine as the sign to say, somebody's playing this machine. The first time I saw him do that, I said, he knows how to play the game. He knows the protocol. Because he just didn't lose, got up, all right, I lost. He turned the chair, he put the chair against and saying, this is my machine, nobody should take this machine. And yet he took my machine, and there were so many more signs on my machine, so he knew what he was doing. And there was nobody else playing on the other machine, he had to have mine. And in mine, he lost all that money. So there you go. Ha 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 ha! I got back at you! Ha 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 ha! Because I know that's what you would do. He got it now! What the hell? I just had a reason to blog, that's all it was. I had a reason to blog. And that's how he lost. And then I went to eat, came back. Of course, someone was playing my machine again. And then 2 other kids came to a machine. And they were playing and playing. But I wanted to play that machine. That and machine I like playing. And then they got up, these 2 kids. I'll say tough-looking kids. Tough, whatever they look, tough. They got up. I went to sit in the machine. They went to look at what was happening at poker or whatever it was. They came back. And I said, oh, are you playing this machine? And they just looked at me and they shook their head, yes. They didn't say, oh, yes, oh, I'm sorry, we were playing this. Normal communication. That wasn't the normal communication. I said, oh, are you playing this machine? They just shook their head, yes. That's all, I'm sorry. I got up and I went over to the machine over here. I didn't say, well, I'm sorry, you got up. You didn't turn the chair. Then they sat back down, they played that machine. See, I know. It's only a machine. But to the average person, it is a psychological, emotional bullshit thing. It's theirs. But they got up. There's no sign or anything. You know what the signs are? Go to Dave'sTVEmpireRogers.com. That's the sign. That's where all the cash is. Let's make a lot of money together so we can go back to the casino. I can do more blogs. Dave'sTVEmpireRogers.com if you like. Cash. We're going to make the cash together at Dave'sTVEmpireRogers.com. I'll bankroll any deal you want. I need a web promoter, affiliate marketer, digital star. I have a lot of deals I got to get online so I can put them on TV. While the horse I got to feed here a bunch of oats. So go to Dave'sTVEmpireRogers.com. Goodbye.